and welcome to your Wednesday One Show, live with Angela Scanlon.
And lively. Matt Baker's here too. On the sofa, we have three guests. One who's recently taken part in a well-known family history TV show.
So let's introduce them all in true Who Do You Think You Are style.
Up next, born in Oxford in 1989 to teachers, he was one of 14 siblings. He's performed on stage and screen and got caught up in a villainous crime on the Orient Express.
Quite enjoying this. And finally born in Nairobi to Indian parents, he moved to Leeds in the 1960s, going on to feature in many British comedies and the groundbreaking sketch show Goodness Gracious Me.
Well, now you know who they are. Please welcome Catherine Ryan, Tom Bateman and Kulvinder Ghir. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
So, Catherine...
We're going to get to the 14 siblings in a moment.
I know. My dad's one of 14. That's quite the record number. Yeah. Romantic,
I know, it's lovely, it's lovely. Now, Kulvinder, longevity is certainly in your family. You've brought a picture of a fine gentleman. Now, who is this gentleman?
That's my great-granddad.
Right.
I just found out about a week and a half ago.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I knew I had a great-granddad.
And how what age are we talking about here?
Quite a
Because this is the
ripe
longevity key.
Yeah, I mean, my uncle came up to me only about a week and I got a picture of Baba Singh.
Right.
And I said, wow. And he says, he's your great-granddad. And he lived up to about 115.
Unbelievable.
And his wife, which I'm trying to get hold of a picture of her because I think she needs to be out there as well. Her name was Rudy, and she lived to about 105.
What?
Yeah, and he lived to 115 and her to 105.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And Tom, 13 siblings.
Yeah.
It's a punchy number, isn't it?
It is a little bit, isn't it? What did you say? You said you've got how many?
No. My dad's one of 14.
He's one of 14,
yeah. There's a lot going on in those houses, isn't there?
Yeah.
How was life for you, then, with 14?
Well, you know, it's one of those funny things, because you don't think of it as strange when you're growing up. You think this is normal, and then you come to the big bad world and everyone treats you like a freak.
How many bedrooms did you have at all?
Oh, no, because so we grew up in different households as well, you know, so we just grew up in a 2 up, 2 down house. Half brothers and sisters as well, you know, of course. But we all grew up, you know, with each other. So by the time you're old enough to know, you know, how the birds and the bees work, you know, you're too old, so they're your brothers and sisters by that point. Yeah. But actually, do you know what? It's funny, the more people I talk to, I actually come across quite a lot of people who go, oh, yeah, no, actually, I'm one of... insert number here as well.
You can always spot them. They're the ones guarding their dinner.
Yeah. If you don't eat quick, you don't eat. Yeah.
Now, we're going to move on. Well, Tom, you are a fantastic babysitter. We understand. You have that calming vibe that just sends children to sleep. You are on the set of your latest drama.
Sweet.
What's the story with what's going on here? And who is that little child?
That little child is, and I'm terrible for it, so that child is my child in the series Beecham House. We actually had twins, so that is either Sienna or Shona. I'm terrible, I don't know which one it was because they were identical. We'd been filming where that photo was taken. We were doing a night shoot, so I think that was about 3 a.m. And obviously she was just sort of dozing away. And once you get them kind of calm and comfortable, you don't want to move them. So I had to basically walk around, which is quite lovely. You know, you're sort of walking around India with this little baby sleeping on you, and you think, this is my job. You know?
I was having a cuddle with Alex's new son just the other day in a very similar situation.
You literally don't want to move.
Wasn't in India at the time, but anyway. Tom and Kulvinder's new drama, as Tom said there, is called Beecham House. It's been dubbed the Delhi Downton.
Welcome to Delhi, Sahib. It is an honor to meet you.
News of my arrival has travelled so quickly.
India does grow on you, Mrs. Beecham.
We will stay here and make a life together.
In a garden full of beautiful flowers, I see your eyes have rested on the only English rose.
He may not be all that he appears.
Why are you holding that child?
There has been a tragedy.
We have been given a new beginning. We must forget the past.
Drama there, isn't it?
Massive. So, starts on Sunday night. What's it all about?
What is it all about?
Exactly.
It's set in 1795 in India. It follows the life of John Beecham, who was in the East India Company, but he has left the East India Company because he didn't like them. And I can't really say too much because part of the whole thing is this man is shrouded in mystery, but he moves into this house where Kulvinder is one of the people living there. Kulvinder plays...
I play Mool Chand.
The chef.
The chef. And when we are told, a fair gentleman is coming.
God, that's you there looking.
There we are.
Amazing.
What kind of a character was he like to play then?
Oh, he's great. I mean, it was fantastic. When you're working on period drama, amount of research that you're doing and finding that, you know, the culture itself and going back in that time, and that's a real joy for an actor to play that and finding what's actually happened. And with this story, it's fantastic because we pick it at a particular time when the East India Company has just been there for about 20 years.
Right.
So the times are changing. So it's a juxtaposition for where the characters are and who they are. And like I say, we think we're going to get our fair gentleman from Kashmir, but he ends up coming from all the way from here.
And I mean, the creator-writer, Gurinder Chadha, she said that this is quite radical in terms of a story set in this place. So what is it about this that's radical?
First of all, I think it's really important to see a period drama with Asian actors in it. Because it's my first period drama I ever done. Okay. So it's radical to be done, Right. Yeah. It's not, you know, I've been brought up watching like Passage to India or Jewel in the Crown. Fair enough. But then to actually be a part of it, it's been fantastic.
Were you tortured by the costumes like most other actors who end up doing period dramas?
It was. I mean, you can see the turbans and the tashes and the costume. They were based as possible, authentic as possible as well. And that was important.
But also they were quite heavy, right, Tom?
They were, and do you know what it was? I remember I was talking to Dakota, and who plays Margaret in it, and she said she thinks this is probably one of the only period dramas where the women get a better time than the men because even though they're wearing the corsets and everything, actually once we got to India, I was wearing trousers, boots, 2 waistcoats, as you see there, an overcoat, a hat in the sort of midday Indian sun. It was pretty hot, But,
finally.
Incredible place to film.
Finally. How does it feel? Yeah.
Just saying though, Tom, what a place to have filmed as well.
Oh, it was amazing. It was absolutely incredible. Also, we were so lucky because we got to move all around. You know, we filmed at the most amazing places.
We didn't stay at one place, so on location we moved to different locations. We went to Pushkar, the amazing place there, where we spent Holi there.
Well, you haven't got long to wait to see it. Beecham House begins this Sunday night on at 9 o'clock over on ITV.